Gamers are no strangers to fighting their way across an apocalyptic hellscape, but this isn't just any post-apocalypse. This is the latest entry in the Wastelands series, the granddaddy of all post-apocalypse games. Nowadays, most fans of post-apocalypse settings are more familiar with Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, but Wasteland 3 sticks to the roots of the Fallout series, carrying the torch of the isometric tactical RPG. As a stark contrast to the more Western-themed desert locations of Wasteland 2 and most post-apocalyptic settings at large, Wasteland 3 takes place in the freezing wasteland of Colorado with heavy snow themes. But don't let the number 3 in the title intimidate you in this case. Prior knowledge of the series is not needed. In my hands-on slice of inXile's icy take on the end of the world, I set to making my own custom survivor instead of picking a pre-made character. Though physical changes are limited in character creation, there are lots of choices for attributes and skills. For example, you could specialize in things like assault rifles or melee combat, and quirks include both positives and negatives. After character creation, it doesn't take long for things to go awry. The group of rangers I'm traveling with are ambushed by a roaming family of bandits, and what follows is a tutorial combat encounter designed to teach the ins and outs before ending with a big Jeep-mounted turret saving the day. I quickly learned that it's common to feel overwhelmed in Wasteland 3, though fans of turn-based tactical games like XCOM will find some familiarity in the combat here. Rounds are split into player and enemy phases as each side picks and chooses how to act one by one, rather than each individual character having a spot in the initiative order itself. The majority of Wasteland 3's combat is range-based, which means finding cover is crucial. Doing anything from moving and reloading to shooting and using items costs action points, which recharge after each round. Automatic weapons like assault rifles get off a handful of shots, whereas bigger hitters like sniper rifles only deliver one high damage shot. When you do have to get close, there are also melee weapons, thrown weapons, and lots of specialty weapons with unique use cases that add a lot of variety. Having good party balance is important due to the intensity of fights, but also because battlefield conditions can change rapidly. Explosive barrels are often scattered about, there are frequent elevation variations, and plenty of opportunities for reinforcements and flanks. Though I was a bit disappointed that the environment and weather itself didn't seem to play much of a role in combat. Most skirmishes are lopsided, throwing several more enemies at you than you have allies, especially early on, requiring clever planning and execution to survive. Outside of combat, Wasteland 3 puts a big emphasis on game-altering decisions. You'll get to choose whether or not characters live or die, and partake in complex discussions with a massive tug-of-war going on behind the scenes that often finds a way to put you at the center of it all. Even for a small slice of the game, Wasteland 3 seems very promising so far. It builds on what made Wasteland 2 such a hit and continues to explore its unique brand of the apocalypse with exciting threads to pull when it's released on May 19th for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. For more on Wasteland 3 and everything else, stay tuned to IGN.